So if you've been playing Ark Survival Evolved for the last couple of weeks in the early access, you would have got to the stage where you tamed enough dinos and it's time for you to go on a raid. Now, why would you go and raid somebody and destroy his base and steal his stuff? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. One, either he's going to be right next to you and you're fighting for the same resources, or you can have, maybe you can have an alliance with him and you don't have to fight for the resources. You'll all get it and you'll share. But undoubtedly, at some point on the PvP servers like this one, you'll get to the stage where you need to get somebody out of your patch of land so you can mine and exploit those resources. And this is a little raid. Now, we'll talk about raids and we'll talk about all sorts of different things today on how you can make your raid a little bit more successful. Dinosaurs and sort of metal tools, and they've introduced a couple of more things into the game. What makes a good raid? What should you take? What shouldn't you take with you? Now you can see here we have a Carno, we have a T-Rex, we have like a ton of Dillos. I love Dillos. I think Dillos are OP, but I just love Dillos. Now, with the plenty of patches that have been out, and things have changed a lot since you maybe played it a couple of weeks back, they have optimized it a little bit better, so you do get a little bit more frames. If you're running this on a lower end machine, then you will be able to sort of get into the game and play it within sort of 25-30 frames. At least it's playable if you got into it and you can't play it just yet. They have optimized it quite a bit. I went from anywhere from 40 frames, I'm getting about 50, 55 now. So you can see things are improving. But getting back to the bases and getting back to the raid. Now, when going on a raid, it's important for you to take the most important things with you. What can damage that particular structure? In this case, we're facing wood. And we know dinosaurs do quite a bit of damage to wood. They won't do a tremendous amount of damage, hundreds and hundreds of damage. But they'll do enough for you to bust into something. I think a T-Rex damage to this was about 150 to sort of 200 or something like that. Now, structures, when it comes to metal, you can't damage metal with dinosaurs anymore. They've changed that. The only way for you to damage it would be with explosives. When it comes to wood, you can damage wood with any metal tools that you have, including dinosaurs. Now, I've noticed a big trend lately that nobody really bothers with dinosaurs anymore. Everybody kind of goes for flyers. They go for eagles and stuff like that because they have like a ton of stamina and they do quite a bit of damage. And one of the sort of things that they sort of need to look into and address a little bit is them having the ability to just pick you up and take you somewhere up high, drop you off, and that's it, you've died. And also getting inside somebody's base, if you didn't put a roof on it, then you can just get in there with your eagles and you can just mow everything down. And you don't have to worry about your dinosaurs dying or anything because you'll just be flying and the dinosaurs will glitch if you're not online. It's going to be really hard for you to keep your dinosaur pen alive if somebody's attacking them with flyers. Now, I do see a lot of chat going on about the flyers and all that, how they're OP and they can just pick up players and they can just drop him and that's not really a fair fight. But then again, you have to think of the guy taming him, that he's took a couple hours to tame him. He went to the mountain, he's got him leveled up, he's got his stamina up and his strength and his health and all that. So it's going to be a tricky thing for the devs to sort of get to a stage where the flyers are not as powerful as they are. But you don't want to make them sort of completely useless. You just want to make them so you can just fly places. You still want to have it used as a sort of warbird, if you want to put it that way. Now, in the latest patches, they have introduced the stone tier, and this is not complete yet. They still have to do a couple of things to it, but you can make stone walls. Now, having a stone wall, it doesn't require you that many things to have, but it'll require quite a lot of metal tools to break into. Now, the metal tools that you have created for yourself, that being the pick or the axe or the spear, will be able to damage the stone walls, but they will only do 1 point of damage. So that's kind of pointless in a way going in there because you're probably going to need 10 picks and a lot of hatchets and you're going to waste a lot of metal to get into somebody's base. And again, it'll not be worth it for you because you'll get just resources that you can get easily yourself without having to raid anybody. One of the most important things that I'm noticing that it's in the game is the rare resources like the keratin, the chitin, that sort of stuff where you can make cementing paste. And cementing paste is pretty hard to come by unless you have a cave next to you and you can go in and sort of farm the caves a little bit, kill a lot of scorpions and sort of do it that way. I know there's a way to get a little bit more chitin by having a saber-tooth tamed, and the saber-tooth will just give you a lot more chitin every time you kill a scorpion. So you can get anywhere from 6. I mean, there's a picture on the internet, guy getting 44 chitin off a scorpion. So yes, you can get lucky getting that, and you can start making cementing paste. Once you make the cementing paste, put that with the metal ingots, and you start making yourself a metal base. But that seems to be one of the hardest resources to get as of yet. Well, when it comes to resources, getting the pearls and getting other things that you'll need to make, sort of polymer and electronics and all that sort of stuff for higher end gear, it's going to be even harder to get, because you need to tame megalodons. Megalodons, again, will go back to the chitin, because it takes like 30 cementing paste to make a saddle for a megalodon. You can only unlock them really late in the game, as it were. You can get them, like, I think level 60, you can get a megalodon, 55 or 60 or something like that. So you could tame one really early on, but you won't be able to put a saddle on him unless somebody on your team is high enough rank, or level, should we say, so you can get it. Although, like I said, it does cost quite a lot of cementing paste, and there's a lot of resources involved. But in the long run, having a megalodon is going to be pretty good, because you can get pearls, you can get sort of important things that you'll need for later on down the game. When it comes down to making electronics or something like that, like your generator and electrical appliances and stuff like that, you will need pearls, and you'll need to craft sort of different things with it. But that's it for me for today. Look out on Facebook and Twitter. There's going to be 5 and 5 respectively codes, Steam codes, courtesy of G2A. If you want to get your own codes, it's 10 random Steam codes for like $4. Then there's a link in the description to my G2A page. But if you don't want to get the codes yourself, and you're thinking, I might just snatch one, as soon as this video's up, then you should be checking out my Twitter and my Facebook. There's going to be 5 on all of them. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one.